Yo, what's going on guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information video. Today for you guys, we're going to be talking about the most recent new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, the Japanese cinema trailer that was dropped last night. Now, a few of you guys might be wondering why exactly I haven't released a reaction video for this trailer, and that's simply because the trailer itself is very short. It's only 30 seconds long. For good reason. This trailer was specifically designed to play throughout Japanese cinemas throughout Japan, so it makes a lot of sense as to why it is so short. But not only that, also what was contained in the trailer wasn't anything absolutely jaw-dropping per se. But with that being said, there definitely are some pretty wild scenes contained in this trailer that I do want to talk a little bit in depth about. So without further ado guys, let's jump right into it. So the trailer starts off with showing us a bunch of different scenes from the Kingdom Hearts 3 opening, focusing on the characters who are connected to Sora. At the same time though, we can hear the Japanese voice actor of Sora yelling a bunch of stuff, which was a little bit of a surprise. And then not long after that, we see the actual scene where this talking is coming from, and it is Sora in the Keyblade graveyard on his hands and knees, shedding a few of those Niagara Falls tears, man. Who hurt you? Who's done this to you? I'ma find them. Is it old man Gray? Let me polish that fucking head. Yeah, I was not expecting to get chucked into the emotional deep end as soon as I pressed play on this trailer, but here we are. So we already know that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be like the darkest entry into the franchise. That much is extremely apparent, and over the course of development, Tetsuya Nomura has mentioned that yes, this is going to be a pretty damn dark installment with many surprising different moments happening throughout. And so far from the promotion this year, we've seen a lot of very interesting story segments that alludes to us that there's going to be some pretty hefty shit going down in Kingdom Hearts 3. However, this scene specifically takes place quite obviously at the end of the game, and I think we have actually seen this scene, but via the chessboard representation of it. We've seen a lot of different scenes for the chessboard in particular, but this one right here, we can clearly see Sora's chess piece being surrounded by what looks to be the entirety of the Seekers of Darkness. I think this scene right here correlates perfectly with the representation of the chessboard in this picture, and thanks to KH13's translations, we know exactly what Sora is actually saying in this moment. So Sora in this moment says, "I was able to fight only because everyone was by my side. I can't do this alone," which suggests that in this moment right here, Sora is literally all by himself and believes that he cannot go on to fight without the strength of his friends. What I really want to know is, why exactly is Sora by himself though? Did the whole entire squad get absolutely Thanos'd and Sora is the last man standing? Now look, I'm sure it's not going to be a situation like that where like the entirety of the Guardians of Light die aside from Sora. That's just stupid. That's stupid! Nomura, don't do that! That's stupid! I'm sure the rest of the gang are currently being held somewhere, most likely by the Seekers of Darkness, or aren't just in the general space of where Sora is. Going back to the chessboard thing though, interestingly enough, outside the board we can see a few of the white pieces removed. In total, we can see 5, and 2 of which are actually lying down. Now, whether or not that alludes to something and is symbolism for something, I'm not too sure. Yeah, you know what I mean, death. We don't want it! But we know something bad's gonna happen, dude. And then the other 3 are standing upright. There's also 1 piece missing as well. I think it's likely that it's part of Xehanort's plan to disperse the group, similar to what happened at the end of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, to just get Sora by himself. But this is what I've wanted for such a long time in Kingdom Hearts, to see a moments of weakness within Sora. And not saying that we haven't seen those moments so far, but to see a real true moment of weakness, where he's facing some real true emotions, where he's getting actually angry and upset. This is something that I've been wanting to see for an extremely long time now. Because although there have been some pretty desperate times throughout these series so far, I don't think we've ever seen Sora acting like this. Yelling in desperation, crying, losing faith in his own ability. Clearly something's happened to someone, or someone's doing something bad. I mean, this man's crying. We just haven't seen this kind of a Sora in this sort of a situation before. Next up, we see a scene of Sora, Donald, and Goofy in Master Yen Sid's tower. Now, for some of you guys, this scene might actually look a little bit familiar because this is actually from the Kingdom Hearts 2.9 cutscene from the end of 0.2 Birth by Sleep. At the end of 0.2 Birth by Sleep, we see a conversation between Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Yen Sid, with Yen Sid explaining what Sora's next step is, obviously to regain his lost abilities that were lost in Dream Drop Distance. In order to do so, he must make his way to that of the Olympus Coliseum. So it's cool to see that Square are deciding to put the 2.9 cutscene into Kingdom Hearts 3, especially for people that didn't experience Kingdom Hearts 2.8, or more so specifically 0.2. They might have been a little bit confused as to exactly how the game sort of starts without including this cutscene right here, so I'm glad Square decided to do that, so that people that haven't seen this cutscene will automatically do so by just simply playing the game. In a sense, this is really the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, and if we compare the 0.2 version to the Kingdom Hearts 3 version, we'll notice some pretty big visual differences. First is the character models. The current Kingdom Hearts 3 character models look absolutely fantastic. Square Enix have come an extremely long way since seeing the first lot of sort of HD character models in 2013 to currently where they are with the character models for Kingdom Hearts 3. Even during the time of Kingdom Hearts 2.8's promotion, showing off new HD models for the likes of like Aqua for 0.2, as well as like all of the foretellers. This comparison right here goes to show that since Kingdom Hearts 2.8 wrapped up development, Square Enix have come an extremely long way with their new HD models for the new generation of Kingdom Hearts. I noticed that clothing close up has a lot more detail now, and also for some odd reason, Sora's hair just for some odd reason looks a lot better compared to how his hairset was looking in the 0.2 version. I don't know why, it's super weird, but it's looking really good. All around, the character models, on point. The scene itself, though, is looking really, really nice because there is clearly some different lighting going on. In the 0.2 version, there's sort of this real weird, like, pinky reddy tinge going on with the lighting. I think that Square were trying to portray more so of a candle-lit environment. It did look a little off, and especially when you do compare it to the new updated lighting for the Kingdom Hearts 3 version, it just looks a lot better, with the lighting seeming more natural, which also makes the character models stand out a bit more. And for some strange reason, even though this is like technically the exact same scene, they've decided to add an extra little thing to the wall in the background. We can see a brand new shelf. Like, this shelf wasn't in the 0.2 version. Now it is. I suppose Yen Sid did need a new place to put his groovy new candlestick holder, so it makes sense. I also wanted to talk about this new Remy scene that we get to see of Sora and Remy standing outside of what looks to be Remy's restaurant, obviously having a conversation of sorts, even though I don't think they actually can have a conversation, but yeah, they do the whole sort of high five thing where Sora sticks his finger out and Remy high fives it, just like what happens in the actual film with Remy and Alfredo. So specific film callbacks with these properties and inputting them into Kingdom Hearts 3 is so cool to see. And also, going back to the whole NPC thing, wandering around in the worlds, with the worlds being a little bit more alive. Again, we can see NPCs in the background. It looks like they're just doing their own thing. I just love the fact that worlds are now filled with people. I love the fact that there's that feeling of the worlds actually being filled with breathing life and not just being empty, desolate areas. Now, there were quite a few new Pirates of the Caribbean scenes, but the most interesting one is this one right here, where it seems to be Sora is going up against an enemy ship. An enemy ship that looks like it is stowing a bunch of nobodies, as of course the sails have nobody sigils on them. So yeah, there's actual nobody ships in the Pirates of the Caribbean world. Hell yes, dude. Now, I'm not too sure if this is going to be a ship that we will just come across whilst traversing the seas, and if there's going to be multiple of them containing a bunch of nobodies on board, or if this ship is specifically that of Luxords. And the last thing I wanted to bring up from the trailer is Let It Go. Yes, that beautiful song from Frozen that I know everyone absolutely loves to indulge in. Yes! It's gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 3. We've actually known this for quite some time now, but to actually see the Let It Go scene for the game, it's wild. We're actually going to be experiencing this Gat Dang song in the game itself. Nomura did actually mention this around the time of E3. He mentioned that Let It Go from Frozen, the song, will appear in the game in some shape or form, and now we're finally seeing the scene in action. So I guess sometime around the start of the world's story, we'll likely see the same thing as we saw in Frozen with Elsa singing. but in Kingdom Hearts 3. Because what we're seeing right here is clearly from Kingdom Hearts 3, but is the exact same scene from the movie where she's, you know, creating her ice citadel while screaming a bunch of nonsense. Honestly, I'm okay with Let It Go being in Kingdom Hearts 3, just please, for the love of God, no more of this. Alright, get this away, get this out, trash this, garbage idea, no more of this! But anyway guys, those are all of the more interesting scenes from the Japanese cinema trailer. Overall, a pretty good trailer, even though it was only 30 seconds long. Not bad, it gave us sort of more substance towards more of the different Disney worlds. And on top of that, also turkey twisting our hearts with that very first scene. Nomura, what are you doing? Keeping in mind that tomorrow we are going to be receiving the final 2018 trailer, which is really the next sort of big major trailer to release for Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm sure Square Enix are going to finish off this year with an absolutely banger trailer. I'm sort of scared to a certain degree as to what they might potentially show off in the ways of potential story spoiler stuff, but of course, we'll have to sit tight and wait and see what Square Enix have in store for us. In the comment section down below, guys, please do let me know your thoughts and opinions. With all that being said, I'm Cynical. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.
Hit them on the page, you'll be coming through stunning. Gold in my mouth when you suckers be bluffing. Milk crate, gaming up your bitch though. Catch me in the back playing Super Nintendo.